What's up everyone, Wes here, and today me and Jake are bringing you a video that's covering the fastest methods on how to obtain tier points in Ghost Recon Wildlands. During this video, we will be covering the various provinces and missions that will serve in leveling you up the fastest. Just be aware, this method is not optimized for Ghost mode. It's designed for speed, not caution. Just a reminder, me and Jake will be doing this together, but these missions can be done solo or up to a 4-man group. We will briefly explain on how each mission should be carried out as we go along, and we will be using the explosive drone extensively to save on time, guys. Also, I am not yet tier 1, so we will be displaying the points I obtained from each mission to show you exactly how many points I accumulated throughout the process. If you'd like to skip to a certain province, just look at the description below. We provided timestamps so you guys can go ahead and click the time you want to go to, and it'll take you there. Without any further ado, let's begin. Here we have the first mission of ESPIRIT to Santo, the advisor. This one is as simple as sending in an explosive drone to take him out. Just remember, if you're deploying it from a helicopter, your pilot tilts the helicopter so you can deploy it safely. Gold Rush South. This one's easy enough. Just deploy your explosive drone, travel through the tunnel, and detonate at the center of the room. Now we wait for the tunnel to cave in. And complete. Alright, here we are at Gold Rush North. So what you're going to do is, if you have 2 people, you're going to want to use your explosive drones. You're going to send them all the way to the back room of the mine. One at the leftmost part of the back room, and one at the upper rightmost part of the back room. Once you guys are in place, detonate. Now, if you're doing this solo, you're just going to want to go in, you want to clear out the mine. When you're in the back room, just plant C4 charges on both those spots, and then detonate on your way out. Just make sure you're not in the tunnel because it's going to start a cave-in. Santera, an extraction mission. You'll only need to take out the enemies closest to it. Once that's done, the same path you traveled to get to her is the same one you use to come back to extract her. Easy enough. Soldiers of Santa Muerte. Just have fun with this one. Just ensure that you start out at the northeastern part of the village so you'll have an easier time clearing it out. Oh, and I almost forgot. This is a 2-part mission. You'll need to destroy them at this camp, as well as the second, to be awarded your tier points. These next set of missions will be done in CAMINES, and all you'll be doing here is destroying the 3 different drug submarines. Now they don't reward a lot of tier points, but because this province is so close to ESPIRIT to SANTOS, you might as well knock them out. In all, I think they only take about 2 minutes to do all 3 of these missions. Alright, that's it, everyone. Here we are in INCA CAMINA, Northern Plain mission. We'll be using a rocket chopper here to take out the caches from above. Just be advised that you can still do this mission if you do not have a rocket chopper. You'll just have to do it on foot with grenades and C4. The Cabra. This one's super easy, super quick, guys. What you'll do is you'll just line up your shot, shoot her from above. Simple as that. Southern Plain. Again, look, we'll be using a rocket chopper here too, guys. It's just like the Northern Plain. We'll line up our shots with the rocket, take them out from above. Too easy. Next up is the Eastern Plain. We kind of didn't want to use a rocket chopper on this one because we wanted to show you guys that it can be done on foot with C4 and explosives fairly quickly. The Drug Lord's Ride. This one's easy enough. You'll just go in, you get in the vehicle, you drive it to the designated point, and complete. Now you can do this one of 2 ways. You can skydive from the helicopter as you see us doing right now, or you can take the northwestern part of the compound. That'll give you the path of least resistance to the vehicle and the least most enemies to fight. Once you got a vehicle, head out the gate. A lot of times when you guys are in Inca Camina doing these missions, you're going to come in contact with enemy air and enemy patrols on the roads. So for this mission, for example, you're going to want to try to drive off-road because you'll more than likely come in contact with an enemy patrol on the road. As far as the Northern Plain and Southern Plain missions, you'll probably come into contact with enemy air, so before you even get to that area, you might as well take those guys out first and then commence on with the mission. Just a heads up. The deserter in the MONTUYOC province. I will be joined by Get Domed. He kind of hopped in while me and Jake were recording this, but still, you can still do it solo or you can do it up to 4. All you'll do here is take out the enemies closest to your target, grab them, bring them back to your vehicle, and extract. Too easy, right? Next up is the Bookhart mission. It's actually really easy and it's done really quickly. What's happening here is Jake's gonna drop me off on the back part of the mission. It's gonna be that tunnel that you use to escape from once he's dead. I'm actually gonna go up through that tunnel and I'm gonna post up. While I'm doing this, Jake is gonna fly the helicopter to the front part of the mission. And he's gonna take out all those guards up there to trigger the sequence. Once that's done, I'm gonna send my explosive drone up inside the room he's in, and I'm gonna detonate it. Ah, the sweet, sweet Gabriella. This one's too easy. You're gonna grow in the church. You're gonna get her to follow you. Alright, what Jake's gonna do, he's gonna have a helicopter waiting for me. We're gonna put her in the helicopter and then go to the extraction point. This mission is too easy. Alright, that pretty much covers it for my part of the missions and provinces. Jake is going to go ahead and take you through the rest of the video, everyone. Starting with the Chemist. Thanks. Go ahead, Jake.
Now, for the Chemist, we're going to be using the same method that we're going to be using for the train graveyard in KOANI. What we're going to do is fly past the target, alert the base, and now that HVT, detecting a threat in the area, is going to flee down a known route. Now, you don't have to wait where we're waiting, but just get a little distance between you and the target to where you're not too far away. Wes is going to be waiting to EMP the vehicle so that we can stop it, apprehend the target, and take him back for extraction. Now you're going to see Wes attempt to throw the drone out a few times here. We keep getting it detected, that's fine, we're just going to get a little bit more distance. But eventually he's going to get that drone out. We'll stop the engine of the vehicle, we'll snatch him up, and take him back. Now we're real quickly going to show you the route that we take, but it's pretty self-explanatory, and we'll extract, and that'll be it for the Chemist. Next up in ROMANZO, we have the factory. Now keep in mind the flight path that I'm taking right here. I'm staying real low, hugging the ground, because we do have a SAM site in the area. You might also want to note the rock that we're taking cover behind, but you don't have to be exactly here, but it just helps. So in the lower left hand corner you're going to see my feed. What I'm showing you is the building that Wes is going to be going into with his explosive drone. We're going to send in 2 explosive drones, detonate at the same time, and extract. I'm going to be heading into the building that you see in the lower left hand corner. Now Wes is going to pause for a second just so that you see what the belts look like that we're going to be exploding. And then that'll be it. And done. Next up is energy drinks. We're going to do it the same way we did factories. We're going to show you exactly where each explosive drone is going to go, detonate, and then immediately leave. Make sure that you do this very quickly as far as explode to leave, because you're just so close to the enemy base here. Spot on the roof there, marked by the little O. There we go, and done. Alright, this is the Real El Gato mission. You don't have to hit this guy by the helicopter pad, but if you can get him in the head for a silent headshot, more tier points for you. I'm going to go ahead and do a rebel spotting here, so I know where everyone's at, but really I just have to worry about this guy that I'm marking this building here. Now we do this a little bit messy, miss a few shots, but when you do it yourself, you're going to do a little bit faster and a little bit better than we do, and that's fine. All right, after you drop the target, take his picture, and then we're going to go ahead and steal their helicopter that they have up on the helicopter pad just because it's a little bit closer than ours. And we're done. So the Real El Gato, again, we don't do a real pretty job with this one, but you're just gonna try and silently headshot as many people here as you can, clear the side out, and be done with the mission. Now, a lot of people skip ROMANZO because not every mission is a 5,000, but you're trying to avoid fast traveling as much as possible. I know we say that a lot, but you can travel 5 kilometers in the time it takes you to fast travel in this game. So try to keep fast traveling to a minimum, trying to knock out as many missions per province as we can to maximize our time for this tier level mud. Mule Doctors is going to be the last one we have in ROMANZO. Now, Mule Doctors, if you have another person with you, you can just fly over it. Both those people can kick out their explosive drones. You don't even have to land and take it out. It's also worth noting that you can take out Mule Doctors with just one explosive drone. But we're going to show you the method that we use, 2 drones for all 3 people, and boom, done. All right, next up is going to be KOANI. All right, so here we are in KOANI. We're doing the train graveyard. Same method that we employed for the Chemist is going to be used here. We're going to fly low and fast. We're going to alert that HVT. And since we know his escape route, we're going to be waiting for him at this intersection. Wes is going to have this explosive drone. Now, when you're using your explosive drone, your EMP drone, make sure that you have enough distance between you and the vehicle. You don't want to hit your helicopter with an EMP and crash. Going to give us a little bit of trouble trying to get him into the helicopter, but eventually the game wants to cooperate. Now we're flying away from Boston Reed so that after we get done with this mission, we're able to quickly select Boston Reed and we're not too close to him. Here goes your interrogation, sped up for your convenience. All right, and Boston Reed, here we come. So for Boston Reed, pretty self-explanatory. You're going to land, you're going to silently headshot and clear the area. What we're going to show is taking down Boston Reed with a high-powered rifle that's going to drop the helicopter in one shot. If you don't have a high-powered rifle like a HTI or the SR-25 Jungle, you can just use the helicopter located to your left of the laptop, and that'll do the same job that you see done here. Alright, we're going to zoom in just so you can see the secondary explosion, and then that's it for him. Here we are at the Undertakers mission. Now what we're trying to show you is that someone, while passenger in this helicopter, can throw out their drone, spot the area with rebel spotting, and then that's going to trigger that guy to go ahead and get into his car so we can follow him back. Fortunately, the game didn't want to respond, so we had to land the helicopter. No big deal. Do it manually that way, hop back in the helicopter, follow him back. Now, a lot of people will say skip the Undertaker mission because you're going to have to follow him. That takes time, and time is what we're trying to avoid. But since we're already in KOANI, we might as well knock it out to avoid any kind of fast traveling. Also, KOANI is going to be the ending province for our tier leveling video, so might as well knock it out. So we've called in our little bird. We're going to go ahead and take it over to the Truck Depot real quick. You don't have to use the truck to get into the Truck Depot. There's a little spot in the fence here in the back that you can just roll over. I'm going to go ahead and do a rebel spotting before I enter, just so I know where everyone's at. That spot in the fence is right here. Once I get around the side of the building, I can run a little bit. Now, the Truck Depot, after I take this guy out here for a second. Now, a lot of people mess this one up, so this is definitely a skippable mission if you're having a lot of trouble with it. So if you're doing your tier leveling and you mess the Truck Depot up, no harm, no foul. Just move on to the next mission. This definitely isn't one that I would get frustrated over and take a whole lot of time with, but if it's something that you develop a knack for, go ahead and incorporate it in your tier level. Alright, and after I get out of that room, I can sprint. I'm going to get on one of these bikes and then just leap the wall, and that'll be a mission complete. So here we are at the end of our video. We're going to be showing you flight plan in KOANI. Now, you're going to see us do it as a team, but if you're doing it in solo mode, you're going to want to follow my path. I'm going to be the guy in the black shirt with gray hair. You're going to parachute directly down onto the control tower, drop in, interrogate, hack the computer, and then move to that plane located in the hangar, where you're going to see performed by Wes and get domed. There's the control tower, and you're going to enter in through that little hole right there. Now, in the past, you were able to get into the helicopter, and you wouldn't need to actually travel to Media Luna to interrogate the guy at the end. You could just fast travel there. They've since patched that, so now at least one person has to physically travel there. So if the rest of your team wants to fast travel there, that's fine. Alright, Wes is going to go ahead and show you some targets of opportunity that are on the airfield. Again, if you can get a silent headshot, that's tier points. Now off to his right there is a generator that controls the SAMs for the airfield. You don't need to mess with that. You can fly low enough to get away from the airfield. Just drive it like a regular car in the plane all the way out of the airfield, and then you're good to go. Alright, and this is the second half. This will be your final mission. Now from my perspective, you're going to be able to see where everyone's dropping at. So since I'm the pilot, I'm going to let everyone else jump out first before I jump. My teammates land at the flanks. If you're doing it solo, that's fine. Same method. Just make sure that you have a weapon to disable the vehicle, just in case the target is able to run away. You can really quickly shoot that vehicle and disable it. And we are going to use the flashbang to just make sure that he gets stunned. We're able to grab him easily, and we'll take him to the edge here.
Well, that's it for the video. I hope you at least found it somewhat useful, or maybe just entertaining. There were no commercials, if you didn't notice, because we demonetize these videos. If you'd like to support us on Patreon, you can. Keep your money. We'll never sell you anything, and we never plan to. Now, if you were trying to use this for ghost mode, keep in mind that a lot of the methods that you saw used here are a lot more dangerous than they probably looked. It was built for speed, not for safety. So if you're trying to use it for ghost mode, just be wary. Now, if you feel like we missed something, or maybe something just needs a little bit more polish, let us know the mission and your suggestion. We're not perfect, but we would like to know the best methods to use, and if we got something wrong, it's really important that people who are tier leveling know that. I'd like to thank the community on Reddit and on Facebook who have Ghost Recon communities that we have been communicating with constantly to have the most accurate information possible for this video. I'd really like to thank Wes for editing this thing. It definitely was a labor of love. I'm Jake. This is Jake and Wes. Treat them rough. We'll see you in the next video.